Rob Armstrong.
All right, y'all, what's up? What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. And yes, it is here, the MJD Grip, and we are going to talk about it and jumping right into this, right? I went with the plain variant because I'm going to do my own stipple job and I wanted to do something a little bit custom, and that's why I wanted the plain joint. And I think it's really, really dope that they offer that, man. So even if you didn't do your own stippling, but you wanted to send it out somewhere, it just gives you that option so you can get something custom and get exactly what you wanted. Now, when you are getting this grip or picking it out, there are a couple different options that you can get. One of the options that I did get was the magazine release, and that was it, just the magazine release. I didn't get any extra bushings, no of the bolts, and I did not get the mag well. Now for this gun specifically, I'm putting this on my Mac 9D as comp, and from the forums and stuff I was kind of reading about and doing some research on, there's a couple of areas that I was concerned about, and I'm going to show you what these are, right? So right off, one of the reasons I got the magazine release was because people were saying that the Mac 9 one would not fit, and it does not fit, right? And I'm gonna show you what the issue is. So on the Mac 9 joint, it has this little ridge that's right here. You see this little bump out? And when it is trying to go into the frame, into the grip of the MJD, it does not clear. And that's like the problem area. So you could just do like a little bit of work to this and make it fit. And I'm pretty sure it's very minimal, but I'd say if you just had the mag release, you wouldn't even have to worry about that. And if you look about this one, it does not have that notch, the MJG joint. It's just consistent all the way through and it just slides right into the grip. So um, when the grip comes in, it's already installed. I took it out just to show you. And another thing that's really, really cool about this is on the Mac 9, this is threaded, and you can put the extended button on here. They had two sizes. This is the small one, and they have the large one. It is the same thread pitch, so you can take this off and just put it on there. So if you still want to extend it, you can still do that as well. Now, also this magwell. People were saying that the Mac 9 magwell fits the grip, and it does. It is super tight, but it is a great fit. Let me see if I can slide this thing on. I might have to there it goes. But it fits right on there. The MJD, if you don't have a magwell, you can get theirs. But I personally like the way the Mac 9 looks. It looks good on there, and I like the cutout. So if you got to rip out a mag, you can do that. So if you were wondering, you can save a little bit and just not have to worry about it and reuse it. Now, other things that I will be reusing is this mainspring, right? The grip does come with the mainspring housing, but it does not come with the mainspring housing pin. Now, the pin from the Mac 9 does work, but it's super tight. You got to really do some work to get it in there. You don't have to do no filing or anything, but you just got to be a little forceful to get it on there, but it does work. Now, one of the things to be mindful of is once you are putting that spring on here or installing it, right? Um, you got this top part where the hammer strut touches it and it pushes it down, but you also need this bottom piece, the bottom plunger. I think it's called, I don't know what it's called. I'm calling it the bottom plunger, but it goes in here and it goes into the bottom of the mainspring housing. So if you do not have this installed, your mainspring housing will, your mainspring spring will sit a little too far down inside the mainspring housing. So you got to make sure you get this. And when you get this out of the Mac, just turn upside down and just comes right out. But make sure you install that as well when you're putting that back together. Now, looking at these two right off, right? There are so many different grip options, but I went with the MJD. One of the main reasons why I went with it is because they came with this blank variant, and I really wanted to do my own stipple job just to have something custom. And I just feel like it just goes with the whole project build, right? But one of the things I really wanted was something that had a larger grip, like a larger diameter. I personally like large gripped guns. initially in the hand, it feels pretty big. That's what she said, right? It feels pretty big, but what is the actual measurements? We are going to see. And I don't know if it's so much just because of the texture of it, but feeling the mat always felt slim. And I had some Ranger bands on it when it was all together just to give it a little more girth, and that was working for me. And I've done that for some other 2011 style guns, but just initially in the hand, it does feel larger. But as stated, we are going to see what it really is. And oh my goodness, I think my battery might be almost dead. It is, but we're gonna make it work. So let's see. Let's get the initial width of this thing, right? It is, we are in millimeters. It is 32.77. All right. Let's choose the OG Mac joint. It is 32.80. So less than a millimeter difference. All right. Now let's get the, I guess we want to say like the width of this. This is 53.55. 53.55. This 53.83. All right, so according to the measurements, it is almost the same size, right? Is that disappointing? Not really. I think we're just going to make it work and see what it does. But for the sake of having a custom stipple job, hey, I can live with it, right? Now, one of the things we want to know, when it was coming to the fitting, right? Fitting of this trigger. That was a big problem area that people were saying they were having some issues with, and that's where a lot of work needed to be done. I have a Atlas trigger, and it is going to require some fitting, and I'm going to show you that. I'm not going to show you how to fit it, but I'm just going to show you where the problem is when you are putting this inside this frame. So let me get this in here. Get this dang on trigger to get it right. So when you are putting this trigger in here, oh my goodness. Okay. There we go. Jesus. So when you're getting the trigger in here, it's not so much the bow, it's the actual trigger. And if you see me pushing, I'm pushing this way, it is just a little too tight to get loose, and a little too tight, and then it gets loose, and a little too tight, and it needs to get loose. So I would say it's kind of like maybe some minimal fitting that needs to happen to make sure that this fits in here. And what this should look like, I'm going to show you. When you have this trigger and it is fitted to your grip. Okay, so this is it inside the Mac, right? And this didn't require no fitting when I was putting it in the Mac. The Atlas trigger just dropped right in. You see all this play? That's what you want. It should be super, super loose. Just able to move free. You don't want any friction in there. It should be super, super loose like that, right? And like I said, when it is in this MJD grip, it is tight. It's not going to need a lot. And from the forums that I was checking out, some folks said they just did a little bit of work and it was moving the way they wanted it to. But then when they put the gun together, it was still tight again. So I would say, even if you do a little bit of work and it's loose, probably do just a little bit more to give you enough clearance so when you put the gun back together and everything's tightened back down, you'll still be able to clear everything, right? And I think there's a couple different ways that you can make this happen. One of the ways would probably be just relieving some stress off of the top and the bottom of this trigger. I'm personally not going to do that because this has a nice red anodized finish and I don't want to mess with that. I'm just going to release some stress on the top and the bottom of this channel, right? Now, if that was going to be a difficult task, then I probably wouldn't do it, but I think it's going to be pretty much straightforward. You could probably just use, like, I got a bunch of different files, put the file in there, do the bottom, do the top, and then you should be good and make it slide in there. So That's going to be my method. And once it's in there, if I'm getting some type of friction on the trigger bow, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take the trigger off, make it flat, put this on the stone, and release some stress on the top, release some stress on the bottom, and then it's just slide back and forth. We're not doing anything on the back where the disconnector connects and all of those stuff. You don't need to be back there. It's just be making sure that this trigger be able to slide in the grip and that the bow has plenty of clearance to slide through the frame. And like I said, once it is in there and it is moving correctly, this is all this freedom that you want. So that way your trigger can operate. But besides that, man, it should be pretty straightforward. When it goes on the frame, it just goes right on the frame. There's no issues with that. It just fits right on there. Fits right on there. And when you have your safety on there, I'll take this back off, this down, put that hammer strut in there, and when your grip safety is in there, it fits in there just fine, clears. It's no issues, man. All that stuff is dropped right in, and that's pretty straightforward. Just gonna be just some minimal work getting that trigger to fit, but I don't think that's gonna be anything. It's not gonna be a problem at all, man. Not a problem at all. And if you didn't want to have to stipple it yourself, they got plenty of different options, so you can check it out. I'll see what kind of different options you want. But for me personally, I want to do my own stipple job, get this thing on here and do something different. But yeah, man, the MJD grip is here. Once this grip is on, I'll come back and kind of give you some more feedback as far as like what it's looked like. And I might even just do a video talking about some how I actually do the stipple job on this. If you're interested in that, let me know. And matter of fact, I'll probably put some B-roll up of something that I stippled before, so you kind of see. I don't know if I'm gonna do the same pattern, but maybe something similar. But yeah, that is the MJD grip as it pertains to this Mac 9DS comp. If it's something that you are interested in, I highly recommend you go ahead and pick you one up. If you are liking the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. That's all I got for you. This is your boy, Mr. Rob Armstrong, aka the Comms Guy, and we are out.